Hello Internet and welcome back to our French People Rimworld series. In the last episode we dealt with the fallout from our first raid. This included having a prisoner that we inevitably released as he was battling infection. He had a trait that meant that he would get into social fights more often, and I really didn't want that negative energy in the colony. And our first raid revealed how just poorly prepared we were for combat, so we started building a perimeter wall. This will help us funnel enemies to a more advantageous position so that when we engage them in the future, we will do a little bit better, hopefully. We also had the caravan animals event, so we had 2 dromedary appear on the map, and we did manage to kill one in order to get access to their cargo. Mostly it wasn't anything of too high of a value, but you know, every little bit counts when you first get started. And with that, I think we're back, Internet. Welcome back. So we have a couple things. Number one, combat supplier from Hafinda has appeared. I believe we had visitors from here previously. So we will hopefully trade with them. We don't really have anything of value that we could sell to them. I might be able to get somebody to churn out a couple bows really quickly, although it's nighttime, so that seems very unlikely that that's actually going to get done. And Sardines is very near to a break and is probably going to have a break here in a moment. Man, we're getting a lot of events. We also got, I forgot to mention it in the intro, he got muscle parasites. He's not doing super well. He also just recently got over the flu. So it looks like the flu has gone, thankfully. But yeah, muscle parasites. Sardines chatted about savory foods with Sienna. Sienna and Sardines chatted about children's games. Have you been rebuffed yet again? Rebuffed by Sienna, yeah. He really likes Sienna. Seems like she's always rebuffing him, however. Looks like our bell peppers are ready for harvest as well, so we'll be doing that in the near future. Alright, let's have a look at these transport pods. An ascetic priest named Huffman is crashing in a transport pod nearby. If she survives the impact, she will be badly wounded. Huffman is from your enemy southeast Delavido. You can capture her for recruitment or slavery purposes. Yeah, I don't do slavery in my games. Where, I shouldn't have clicked off of that. How do I do this? Messages, transport pod, jump to location. Oh, it's right in my base. Okay. Boom. So how badly injured are you, Huffman? And what do you got going on? We might want to recruit this person. They're a doctor and researcher, much like Sienna. They have a decent plant skill, decent art skill, but they're incapable of violence. So probably we're not going to take this person into our colony, just because, well, number one, I think ascetic is good. I think that means they don't care about food, or actually that's bad because we want the buff from better food later on. And she doesn't care about bedrooms being impressive. And she has a chemical interest, which means she'll be diving into my drugs every time she's unhappy. So probably we don't want this person. Sienna, where are you? You're up north? Everyone's up north. French is carrying that dromedary. Sienna, would you kindly capture this person? Actually, how badly injured are they? Death in 4 hours. Sienna, would you stabilize this person? Okay, so we're probably not going to recruit them. We will take them prisoner and then release them after they are capable of walking and everything. I don't like people dying on the map if they don't have to. So are you stabilized? You are. Sienna's going to eat without a table and then unload her inventory. First, capture this individual. And she's probably not going to be too happy about our little prison here, but she shouldn't be here long once she's up and walking again. Who is our social person? 2 social, incapable of social, 8 social. So Sienna, you have a lot to do before you go to bed. Go ahead and chat with these people. What do we got for sale? In my experience, you're supposed to buy components every time you can. Oh, these are ours. Man, we only have 5 components left. That's not great, and they're not for sale. Okay, that's fine. We do have 800 silver we started the game with. Could buy a better weapon here. So what do we got? To all melee weapons. We don't actually want melee weapons. We have some armor that's very expensive. We're probably not going to buy any of them. And a volcanic pistol. Ornate pistol meant to provide the strength of a full-size rifle with the portability of a revolver. Surprisingly high ammo capacity and range at the cost of a long time to reload and rather poor accuracy due to recoil. 85% accuracy. So what is on the standard revolver that we have? Ooh, combat Handgun seems good because that's not like a slow thing. It's a fast reload. Or it's a fast firing, rapid fire weapon. Only 4.5. Oh, that's melee damage. We don't care about that. 10 range damage, 80% accuracy. Well, didn't this say it was inaccurate, but it has better accuracy? How does that make sense? Oh, that's at close range. Medium and long, 50 and 40. Combat handgun, 40 and 30. Yeah, so it seems more accurate than a combat handgun. So why would it say it's inaccurate? But anyway, combat handgun would let us put out more rounds because it's a faster shooting time. You know, I don't think we necessarily need to buy one. Everyone has a ranged weapon now. I don't know that we need a combat handgun, and it's like a third of our total silver here, which we don't want. We do have a good short bow to sell, which we don't need. It's only worth 7, so that's not worth really much of anything. And we're not going to buy anything, I guess, which is a little disappointing. Sorry, for some reason the church bells seem way louder today. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear them in the recording or not. Yeah, so we sold a grand total of 7 silver worth of goods. All right, and we know now that the bows are worthless pretty much, so we're not going to do that. All right, so everyone, yes, welcome back to the Rimworld series. I have a little time today. I thought, why not squeeze in a little bit of recording? I've not been doing as much as I probably should be. I worked on the Rimworld thumbnail today, and so you should take a look at the thumbnail of this video and know that that's what I was working on today, and it's probably terrible and has a baguette in it, and I'm sorry because I just am real terrible at making thumbnails. All right, so what are the goals today? This perimeter wall, I want this up. That way we can funnel them into an area where we have a little bit more control over how we take engagements. Other than that, I guess just harvest our bell peppers, which look how cute they are. I like this a lot. This is a nice little mod here. So we have a lot of vegetable matter, by the way. We don't have a lot of meat, although they did just they will be harvesting that dromedary. How are we doing meals wise? We do have max meals. We have set up to be 10, I believe, and that's good because sardines is probably not going to be very much use over the next couple of days as he deals with muscle parasites, which is a bummer because I believe parasites in this game actually last for a fair bit of time. Is everyone set to herbal medicine, by the way? I really don't want anyone to get our actual medicine would be bad. Okay. Huffman, how are you doing? How do we know if they can walk, by the way? We talked about this. Oh, we look at the tab here, right? Moving, 24%. So probably they can't walk right now, but we'll get them out of here in the near future. And we want to strip them as well, take their gear, because why wouldn't you? And they had a weapon, right? No, we already no, this is a drop pod. That's not that. So Sienna's gonna haul some wood. I think she'll end up crafting stones because we need more granite for our wall. French is going to go ahead and construct our windmill. We really need to run power up here. And so the thing is, I was going to hold off on running a lot of cables until after we built more of our base stuff around. Like, for instance, I want to move the dining room. I really have to stop smoking. My throat is just, I sound hoarse all the time now. So I want to move this dining room over here so that they don't have to constantly grab a meal and then walk way over here to eat. Because I think that's part of why they're not eating at a table, is because there just isn't one nearby to where they pick up their meals. Alternatively, we can dump our meals in here. We can build another fridge and put meals in here. But then, so my thing with the fridge is that if we lower the priority on this fridge and we raise the priority of a fridge over here, then they'll deliver the meals over here. But the problem is, then when he cooks, he will leave, walk all the way over here, deposit the meal, walk all the way back, and then do that, I think is how that works. So I'm a little concerned that that's how that will go, but we will see. I want to see our storage options here. We have meal shelves, right? There's a tall tray rack. Haulers carry various meals here. Meals and treats here for storage. No, I don't want that. I would want a fridge. Rottable things stored in this will not spoil. Let's put a fridge in here. Oh, but it takes a component. We just saw we're very low on components. Let's not do that, because I think we're out of components, essentially. Yeah. And we're going to want to possibly build another solar panel in the near future. So anyway, let's just ignore all of that for now, and let's address our power issues. So we should just be able to run this down into a wall here, and we'll run it across into this wall, and then we'll connect the main system here, which is not great. I have a lot of stuff out and about. So let's lay down some floors. And again, I'm not even sure that these floors stop the negative event. It might just make it so it's a little less flammable when the event does happen. But yeah, that's the best I can do at the moment. French, I'd prefer you work on the wall, to be honest, but I do want that windmill up and running, I guess. And we really want to get some batteries put together. Sardines has a major break risk. Break risk. Have you been treated? No. Sienna, why you're doctor number 1? I guess just because it's recreation time. Go ahead and harvest that heal root. We should mark some heal root, by the way. I have not done this in a while, and I don't think we have very high amounts of heal root. Actually, I bet her skills are high enough. Yeah, she can grow heal root now. So let's lay out a little batch of heal root for growing zone. You know, oh, it's the 2nd of December-y, and it says it's summertime. Okay, I thought December-y would be winter, maybe because we're at a weird spot on the globe or something where, yeah, where the seasons are flipped, I guess. Interesting. That's pretty interesting. Anyway, so we have enough time to grow some heal root. Can I expand this without this becoming another zone? It doesn't matter. Let's just do one more, and we'll mark this as heal root. I think we'll get a harvest. I don't know how long heal root takes to grow. Do heal root takes 7 days. Okay. Well, we'll get one harvest at least, I guess, before things go too bad. Sienna, relaxing socially. I really want you to stop doing that and go treat. You're feeding a meal to Huffman. Okay, please treat Sardines. And let's look at our herbal medicine here. We have none. We have none herbal med. She just took our last herbal medicine. Okay. Yeah, man, there's just not a lot on the map that I'm seeing here. I guess that's the problem when you have like a huge portion of your map dominated by rock cliffs and whatnot. Need batteries, need research project, minor break risk. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know what to do about all that. Sardines is gonna cook. Yeah. I don't know. Internet. I'm feeling a little out of it today. Working on that thumbnail, man. I hate doing art because I'm bad at art, and when I work on something that's like, I'm not saying thumbnails are like super artistic or anything, but when you work on something that's artistic and you're not artistic, it really shakes my confidence in what I'm doing and how I feel about it. So like I posted a half-finished picture in the Discord, and I don't know, kind of embarrassed, I guess, that's my artistic ability. Like I can barely put together a thumbnail, I don't know. Man, that extra passion in construction has really caused her to become a pretty decent constructor over time. Sardines is better, but because he cooks all the time, he doesn't take as much time to come out and craft stuff. Sardines joked about hairstyles with French. Yeah, Sardines, you're very old. Look at his beard and everything. How old are you, Sardines? You're 41, and you're hitting on Sienna all the time? Well, she's 20. I mean, it's gross. You're too old, but you're twice her age. But also, you're trapped on a colony out in the middle of space where there's not a lot of options. So I mean, I guess I wouldn't hate you if the two of you ended up together. It is what it is. Meteorite shower. Oh God, stop exploding. Several large meteorites have struck the ground in the area. They have left behind a large lump of resources. Where? Oh, these things? Silver ore. Okay. I mean, that's just cash in our pocket. Some slate, marble. Compacted plasteel is super good. We'll need that when we get to making bionics and stuff. Requires plasteel in decent numbers. So that's actually really nice. Silver too. I mean, I don't really care about money in this game as much, but because we're going to make money regardless. You know, we could pop out a couple organs from this guy or this lady and sell those if we really wanted to make money, which we don't. You know, we don't need to do all that. How are you doing? Did they feed you today? They didn't. Sienna, would you feed this person? I don't want them to be super miserable. They crashed. It's not like they didn't do anything to us. They just crash landed in our area. You know, we might as well look after them. We didn't make much progress on the wall today because they were distracted. And I think she should prioritize the heal route. So sadly, I'm going to have to take her off construction for the time being and let her go back to plant cutting and whatnot. So, yeah, gonna have to get that taken care of. We will release our prisoner today. We will take their gear. What do you got in terms of gear? Got some shoes, cloth pants. A parka is pretty nice, actually, because that's one less we don't have to make. A hoodie and a apron. Why apron? Plus 10% global work speed, general labor speed. So it makes you faster at general labor, I'm assuming, is like carrying stuff. And global work speed is probably like a flat 10% benefit to all the work you do. So that seems pretty interesting. I do really like that some of the clothes and tool mods add those sort of things. I think that's really neat. Like French, didn't we give you a hatchet or something? No, we did not. I thought we built a hatchet. No, we didn't, because we wanted to hold off on the metalworking because we don't have steel really. And we knew we had to build a lot of wiring and stuff. So we get our bell pepper harvest. Fantastic. I don't know if we have time to plant another one. Growing period 11th of... Well, really, it's like a whole year of growing? That's like winter time, so it can grow all the way up until winter. But we still have a full month of growing, so we can go ahead and replant, I guess. Should be totally fine. And French, you know, last time you forgot to haul all this stuff. Why can't you prioritize hauling? Prioritize hauling. You picked up like 2 things. Your inventory must have been full. What else were you carrying? Simple meals. Yeah, why are you carrying? It looks like you have multiple simple meals. Okay, you're not carrying very much, I guess. Maybe they have too much gear and they can't carry as much as they normally would. Okay, I don't know why the screen flickered like that. Armor smith from the Man Empire. They're an armor smith. They'll hang around for some time before leaving. You can attack them. Okay, can they trade? They can. Alright, maybe we'll buy some armor. Maybe they'll have, you know, a hatchet or something, like one of those work tools for sale. Sienna, if you would kindly strip this individual and then haul their things and then come back, and at some point in the future here we will release them. How do we do that? Prisoner release. Okay, that way we can get them out of our colony. Keep working on the wall. French will be harvesting and planting all day. And we'll get Sienna to trade with our... Oh, actually, they have released this colonist here, Huffman, this prisoner here. We fully released the prisoner. So we're just going to have them walk naked and injured off the edge of the map. And that's what happens when you're part of the enemy faction. You know, we're not going to kill you unless we have to. We're not going to harvest your organs. We're just going to take your clothes and make you walk back all the way back to your little colony or enemy faction while naked, wearing bandages. Exited the map, so we got a boost to the faction there. Sienna, as I was saying, you should trade with this armorer, see what they've got for sale. I think this is probably from a mod. I don't remember there being armorers the last time I played, which is a hard word to say when you're like me and have some trouble talking. Okay, so what did we want for Sienna? We wanted these moose headdresses, right? Because they boost her pain threshold. So she's less likely to get down due to her pain trait. We could buy flak clothing, which is like some basic ballistic armor. It's just cloth with like plates stitched in it. Does anything else increase your shock? What is this? Move speed plus, I'm assuming that's 10%. Or else it's a 1/10 of 1%, which would be terrible. So I guess boots increase your movement speed. We should keep that in mind. Accuracy, shields are accuracy. I don't see anything else that boosts your pain shock threshold. Maybe there's some stuff we can make. Okay, we can get rid of these terrible clothing because they're all like 40%, so they would count as tattered apparel, which we don't want our people wearing. Oh, the military uniform increases their threshold. Okay, hunting stealth. I don't know what hunting stealth is for. And yeah, we're going to get rid of this apron because it's just too low. Even though I said like, oh, look, it increases your work speed. It's not worth the debuff for them being in tattered clothing. Okay, so they don't seem to have any uniforms, so I doubt that's something we could do. I think I will buy a headdress here. Which one is cheaper? 143. Very heavy, albeit fragile, helmet stitched together from the hides and furs made to represent a hardy moose. Shamanistic headdress is believed to bring great durability and tenacity to its wearer. Due to the simple design, this helmet does not offer defense or insulation. Yeah, but we're after that pain threshold. I'm going to buy this, even though it costs us some money. I could potentially make one myself, but for now, we'll just buy that. And that's about it. And guess what, Sienna? You now have to wear a moose headdress. Where is this? Did you put it in your inventory? Gear, show list. No. Where'd the headdress? There it is. Forcewear headdress. Birdskin, moose headdress. Yes. So she might not be happy about wearing that, but one, I think it'll make her look cool. Let's see what she looks like. Oh. No, it's horrible. I kind of love it, but it's horrible. Okay. That's fine. So yeah, basically she has that trait. Remember we looked at Wimp. It reduces her pain threshold by 60%, meaning that when she's injured, she goes down 60% faster than someone else would go down. They would be able to shrug off more attacks. So by putting on something that reduces that by 20%, I don't know if that means she's at 40% or if it's a 20% reduction like of that 60% or how that works, but she should be less likely to go down from pain. And more visitors. Man, we've had 3 sets of visitors in one episode. That's pretty interesting. Too bad we're very early in the colony. We don't have very much to trade. Sardines, what are you up to? Consuming a simple meal. And then what, though? Cooking meals. Nope, you're going to work on the wall. And there goes my golf club timer, meaning we're at about 25 minutes. We didn't really accomplish anything. I'm super disappointed at how slow this has gone up until this point. Sienna, actually, are you cutting bricks? Can you also deliver bricks so that they don't have to walk up here? What are you doing? Gathering rice to haul? Yeah, you go ahead and haul that stuff. We do want that stuff to be inside. Another transport pod. Okay, so we're getting a lot of events. So this is Gertja, whose name I have no idea how to say. Major break risk from sardines. Yeah, that's going to happen because you're a miserable sod. What do we have? A hard worker. So just a 20% increase of work speed. And an animal lover. Can't stand mistreatment of animals. Will feel happier being nuzzled or being a master, but will be more deeply crushed when not master of a bonded animal or if they see one die. They also refuse to butcher. Well, you're a great crafter. You have a really high melee skill, which we're probably never going to use because we just would give you a gun. You could do mining in a pinch, but having another plant person might be good. We could pivot French from planting to mostly to construction. And then, of course, they will be unhappy if they're not bonded to an animal. So we would have to put them as the handler for the yak, because the yak is currently our only pet. Can we save you in time? Yes. Sienna, stabilize this individual, and we will capture them and treat them as a prisoner because they are hostile. So if we simply tried to rescue them, they would most likely they would try to leave as soon as possible and would just leave the colony. And we kind of want to recruit this person. So we're going to get this person treated, and hopefully they're okay. They're not super injured, honestly. These are not bad wounds. So, Sienna, since you're here, capture this individual. And we also should, if we're going to have this person long term, because again, we're going to try to recruit them, we should plop down a table for them to eat at. So we'll give them that. We'll give them a chair. We'll give them... Is this close enough for a light? It is. So we'll put one of the wall lights on the manufactured wall here, because we can't do it on the stone wall. So we'll put one in here that should light the rooms so they're not in the dark. I'm trying to think, how many of these debuffs can we take care of, like, immediately, so they're less likely to try and smash everything up. And unfortunately, it's real ugly in there, so we want to lay out some floor. And Sardines and French, you know what, French? Come work on the wall light, work on the dining chair. I guess I can't queue up more work than that, or else we don't have wood for it or something, I don't know. Try to take care of some of this before she even gets back. I don't think the wall lights take components, which is obviously like super important. You're resting? No, build this light real quick. Okay. And we're just going to try to take care of some of these mood debuffs, because they're going to be real mad when they wake up. They're injured, right? They're hurt a lot. It's a bad prison cell. Major break alert. Well, he's going to go to bed. He'll feel better after sleeping. Okay. Oh, and we didn't check that other trader. We just don't have anything to trade. I appreciate you all coming out to the colony. I just have nothing of value to give to you. Like, we don't even have a stockpile of leather. I guess we could trade some food if we found like a bulk goods trader or something. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to call the episode. Did not accomplish very much. Not really happy about that, but what are you going to do? We're gonna get this wall built. It's a big project, right? It's a big area, and we just happen to have other plants that, you know, came up in that time that needed harvesting. We needed them to be taken care of pretty much immediately. So, because we don't want them out, we don't want them to die, and we're in the early stages where vegetable matter is really important. But I gotta be honest, we have hundreds of... Oh, we have so much rice. Okay, we can probably stop planting in the near future. Like, the next harvest will be good for a year, basically, food-wise. But yeah, Gertcha, who we might rename if we're able to do that, because I don't know how to say your name, and that's going to be problematic. But we're going to try to recruit this person, I think. They're decent enough colonists. They're not amazing, you know, but, you know, they're decent, and the high crafting skill will come in handy later. And having a secondary planter is good. So yeah, we're going to seek to recruit that person, which is great. I'm really happy about that. So finally got a prisoner that actually looks decent. Anyway, internet, we should call the episode. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, maybe click that like button. Really helps me out. Everyone, thank you for watching. I, of course, will be back with more Rimworld in the near future, and I'll see you next time.